The thieves placed stickers over the security cameras in the room, then began striking the walls with a hammer, searching for something hidden. Noticing an unusual sound coming from inside the wall, one of them immediately swung his hammer with full force, breaking through the surface. To their excitement, they discovered a hidden safe. They called over their partner, who carefully placed a stethoscope against the lock and began turning the dial with precision. After a long effort, they finally managed to crack it open, only to find it completely empty. Just as disappointment washed over them, an unexpected gunshot rang out. One of the thieves had accidentally fired his weapon, and the bullet struck a luxury car parked nearby. As they turned to inspect the damage, something caught their eye. The bullet hole revealed a faint glimmer of gold. Curious, they quickly rushed to the car's rear and scraped away a portion of its paint. Their suspicions were confirmed. The entire vehicle was made of solid gold. Determined to steal the priceless car, they devised a plan. Since they were on the 18th floor of a high-rise building, they carefully removed a section of the reinforced glass. Then, using a crane, they prepared to lower the car to the ground. However, during the process, one of the thieves lost his footing, and disaster struck. At the rooftop, their accomplice had already set up the crane, carefully lowering the steel cables. Meanwhile, the thieves dismantled the reinforced glass and slowly pushed the golden car toward the edge. One wrong move, and they could all plummet to their deaths. As soon as the preparations were complete, their partner activated the crane, lifting the car into the air. With precise control, the car was slowly lowered toward the designated floor, where another team was already waiting. They coordinated through their radios, ensuring the operation went smoothly. One of the thieves secured the cable to the steel framework of the building. Then, a man named Black climbed onto the cable, preparing to enter the car's cabin for the next phase of the heist. However, just as everything seemed to be going according to plan, an accident occurred. One of the accomplices lost his footing and suddenly found himself dangling in the air, gripping onto the bumper of the golden car for dear life. The wind howled around him as he swung precariously, inches away from falling to his death. Seeing this, Black and another thief climbed onto the car's roof, desperate to save him. Just as his grip began to falter, his partner reached out and managed to grab hold of him. With every ounce of strength, they pulled him up to safety. Realizing they had no other choice, they decided to risk everything. They began swinging the car toward the glass windows of their target floor. Another thief stood ready with a metal hook. After several tense attempts, they finally got the car close enough. Seizing the opportunity, the thief hooked onto the vehicle, and with one powerful pull, they successfully dragged it into the building. But there was no time to celebrate. One of them quickly rushed to the elevator control room and shut off the power, while the others pushed the golden car toward the elevator shaft. Just as they were about to proceed, an elderly woman suddenly appeared. To their shock, the car's rear end got stuck in the elevator doorway. The thieves were momentarily stunned but quickly worked together to push it through. Soon, the elevator began descending. Midway down, an unexpected interruption occurred. The elevator suddenly stopped. The doors opened, revealing the owner of the golden car, Rocky, who had just stepped inside. Panicked, the thieves held their breath, trying not to make a sound. However, at that moment, a small noise escaped from one of them. Rocky's assistant, who was with him, turned her head slightly, sensing something unusual. However, she dismissed it as her imagination. As the elevator continued descending, the thieves grew increasingly tense. They realized that once they reached the top floor, the car's roof would collide with the ceiling, exposing them. But just before disaster struck, the elevator stopped just in time, avoiding the collision. The moment they stepped out of the elevator, they made their escape. Meanwhile, Rocky returned to his room, only to discover that his prized possession was missing. Enraged, he immediately called his assistant and ordered a lockdown of the entire area. As the security doors began to close, the thieves, now driving a truck, slammed on the gas and sped through the exit just in time. Realizing what had happened, the assistant quickly led a team in pursuit. The driver, however, was relentless, crashing through every roadblock in his path. He even drove straight into a massive live performance venue, forcing the crowd to scatter in fear. The police soon arrived, blocking the road ahead and forcing the truck to a halt. With no other choice, the driver was forced to step on the brakes. But when the authorities inspected the vehicle, they were shocked to find it empty. The golden car was gone. It was then that they realized they had fallen into a trap. Every accomplice involved in the heist was arrested, including their mastermind, Deshawn. The entire crew was taken to the police station for questioning. However, despite an extensive investigation, the golden car was never found. Since the security cameras had been covered, there was no concrete evidence against them. Without proof, the authorities had no choice but to release them. After their release, the thieves regrouped at a luxurious private estate. One of them activated a hidden switch, causing a concealed door in the swimming pool to open. As they eagerly stepped inside, they finally revealed their grand prize, the golden car, hidden away from prying eyes. With their fortune secured, they lived a life of luxury, indulging in every pleasure wealth could offer.